please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for getting latest updated video. Hello friends, my name is Bhavesh Parmar and today we are going to start a new concept related with basics of information technology. So in today's session we are going to focus the definition of networking, the concepts related with networking terms and various types of network, that is LAN, WAN, MAN, and which is more suitable and convenient. That's why so it is helpful when we are going to implement for our practical purpose. So in that case we have to discuss the basics of this LAN, WAN, MAN, their characteristics, and then we also discuss the difference between these networks. Okay, and simultaneously we also see the merits as well as its demerits. So thereafter we are going to focus the configuration of network. So guys, in this concept we have to see what do you mean by peer-to-peer network architecture. Then we also see how client-server architecture is useful and what is the basic difference between client-server architecture and peer-to-peer network. So guys, these are the things that we are going to focus in our today's session. But before starting our today's session, let me take the small recap of our previous session. So in previous session we have discussed the different types of memory units, that is bit, byte, word, nibbles, and then we have discussed the definition of hardware, software, types of softwares, as well as we have also focused on what do you mean by operating system and how operating systems are designed for computer based system as well as for mobile system. So let me take some examples, that is Windows operating system, Linux operating systems. So these are specially widely used to design for computer based system, and for mobile operating system we are using iOS, Androids, Asha, Microsoft Windows. So these things we are widely used for mobile architecture. Got it guys? So guys, we are going to start our today's session. So today's first topic is computer network. So networking means what guys? Interconnection of two or more computers with each other. So why we are going to interconnect all these computers with each other? Because we can share data and resources. Resources means what? We can share internet connection, we can share hardware devices like printer, scanners, softwares, and many more things. So what is the definition of networking? Interconnection of two or more computers with each other for sharing data and resources like hardware, software, printers, scanners, etc. So generally it is a group of interconnection of computer or devices to have a communication within themselves. A computer network consists of collection of computers, printers, and other equipments that is connected together so that they can communicate with each other. So in simple language, what is the use of networking? We can easily interact with one another computer within a network. So that's why it is more helpful. It saves your time, it can transfer a data with high security, and as well as it also saves your cost. Now guys, we have to focus on different types of networks. So guys, according to the working of network, they are classified into three different types, and these types depends on its geographical area, means in up to which limit we can connect the number of computers in a network. So that's why we can classify network in three different categories. In that, first of all we are going to focus on LAN. LAN stands for local area network. Then our second type of network is MAN, that is metropolitan area network. And our third part of network is WAN, wide area network. So these three networks we are going to discuss one by one. The first type of network is LAN, that is local area network. So generally LAN are widely used to cover a small geographical area That is, it is limited up to a particular hall, a particular building, and generally it can cover up to 1000 computers in a network. So LAN are widely used for schools, colleges, then banks, offices, industry, building. So these are the various area. So that in general we can say that it is useful to cover for short distance communication. So as we know that the distance is small, or you can say that short distance, so that's why its data transmission speed is faster than other type of network. That is, we can compare with WAN and MAN network. LAN is the fastest device. Why? Because distance is short, so it can transmit the data with high speed and high accuracy. And if we concern the error point of view, the error occurring chances are less during data transmissions. Okay, so as we know that the distance is short, so network establishment, that is setup of network, requires less charges or less cost. So the best example is what? Cyber cafe, schools, colleges, banks, offices, and we can cover up to 1000 computers in a ordinary LAN network. So now guys, we are going to focus on our different type of network. The another type of network is MAN. It stands for Metropolitan Area Network. So if we see the capacity and the size of network, so it is greater than LAN but less than WAN. So MAN is a larger area than that of a LAN network, and it is similar area on as compared to WAN network. So it is used to connect two or more separate computers that are available or situated at different cities. So it is useful to cover a large geographical area and may serve as an ISP, that is Internet Service Provider. So it is hard and difficult to design and maintain metropolitan area network. So let me take the example of MAN. So MAN are the part of telephone company network that can provide a high speed DSL line to the customer on the cable TV network in a city. So in general, what you can say that if we see the example of LAN, in that we can imagine the use of cyber cafe, then use of computers in our schools, colleges, banks, offices. Now similarly, in case of MAN, we take the example of TV cable network used in a city. So this is the good example for MAN network. So if we see the cost and comparison, so MAN network is more expensive than LAN network. So as we see the number of computers, so we can connect more number of computers as compared to LAN network, maybe 10 times or 100 times more than a LAN network. So now guys, we are going to focus on our third type of network, that is WAN. WAN stands for Wide Area Network. A wide area network is a computer network that extend over a large geographical area. Means guys, we can cover a whole city, a state, or we can also cover a whole country within a network. And so guys, what is the best example of WAN? Internet connection. So through internet connection, we can connect our computer with global computers. So say for example, suppose we are situated in Ahmednagar and we are going to interact with other computer, that is your friend's computer, and the person is available at Mexico City. So means we can cover two different countries by a single network, that is called WAN. So it might be confined within the bound of the state or a country. A WAN could be a connection of LAN connection connecting to other LANs via telephone line and radio waves. So in general, what we can say that a WAN is collection of different LAN networks. So if we try to club all the world's LAN networks together, so it can also make a one WAN network. So according to the requirement and availability, we can interact with each other. The technology is high speed and relatively expensive. So why guys it is highly expensive? Because in that case we can use telephone lines as well as powerful satellites, radio waves to transfer the data and establish the communication between the computers. So these are the three different types of network. But we know that the distance is so far, so that's why it can transmit the data with less speed. So why we say that less speed? So if we compare its speed with LAN, so it is obviously less. So it can transmit the data in terms of Mbps, that is megabits per second, and it also consists of some error, that is it also covers geographical error during data transmission, and it is very highly expensive network. So in case of WAN network, we can connect trillions of computers within a network. Now guys, we are going to focus on our next concept, that is network configurations. In network architecture is the design of computer network. So it is a framework for which specification of networks, physical components and their functional organization and configuration. So in general, we say that how we are going to connect the computers with each other. So generally there are two types of network architecture which are widely used. So in that, first, the most popular architecture is called peer-to-peer network architecture, and the second type of network architecture is related with client and server based technique. So let me focus on our first type of architecture, that is peer-to-peer architecture. So in this type of architecture, all the computers, or you can say that PCs, are called peer and have same status, and they can communicate with any other peer directly. So in that, what happen guys? So there is no priority or specification given to the computer, means there is no boss in a network. Suppose if I have 10 computers, so all 10 computers have equal chance to transmit the data, or they can communicate with each other in a network at any time. Okay guys, a peer-to-peer network has no dedicated server, means these computers are controlled by its own. So no other computer can gives the command or controlling for data transmission. Its implementation are meant for small network. For example, when students creates a network to share file through Bluetooth or through share it, the mobile devices forms peer-to-peer network for transfer files. So what it means, suppose let me take the example of share it. So in that case, what happen? The first of all, two smartphones should have the software share it. So that's why one can send the file. So in that case, the second mobile is a receiver. So when we try to send the file, first of all, we just have to connect with that device. So that's why the communication can easily takes place between these two phones, and data can be successfully delivered. So this diagram represents peer-to-peer architecture. So in this network architecture, a computer can interact with other computer without any difficulty. So they can transmit a large amount of data, and they can communicate with each and every other computer in a network without any restriction. So this is called what? Peer to peer network architecture. So now guys, we are going to focus on our another type of network architecture, that is called client server architecture. This type of architecture is mostly suitable for larger network. So there are two types of machines in a network. The first type of computers are called client computers, and the another type of computer is called server computer. So generally what happen, let me take the example of suppose a bank. So what happen in bank, there is one main computer and it is called server computer, and this the total commands and controls are operated by branch manager, and the employees, they also used computer. So these computers are called client computer. So generally what happen, all these client computers are controlled by server computer, that is by branch manager computer. So branch manager can easily find out the work performed by different employees with their client computer, and it is more suitable. Why guys? Because what happen in case of peer to peer architecture, so there are no any rules and regulations and restriction during data transmission. But if we want to restrict the data transmission between computers, so in that case client server architecture is one of the best solution for it. So what happened generally guys, so let me focus on the same example, bank. So branch manager gives authority to employee to access the software by different computers. So generally suppose if we have 3 employees, so what branch manager gives the authorities to first computer. So first employee suppose works in loan department, so that branch manager gives only access of loan department computer only. So means the person cannot interact with saving department, then credit card departments, and many more. So in this way we can restrict the access within a same network. Okay, so what happens, why is it so? Because if we have 1,000 number of computers in a network, so there may be a chance of misuse of data if we try to provide the 100% access to each and every computer. So that's why as compared to peer network, client server architecture is the better solution for large number of computers. But if we have small number of computers and if we have no any difficulty in the data transmission, so in that case we can prefer peer-to-peer architecture. But if security concerns, if there are large number of access between computers, so in that case definitely we should prefer a client server architecture. So the diagram which is display on your screen represents client server architecture. So in this type of network architecture, two different types of computers are used. First computer is called client computer. So if we see the capacity, so as compared to server computer, its processing capacity, storage capacity is less. And if we see the main master computer is called server computer, have a huge amount of RAM, huge amount of storage capacity, and it have authority, or they provide a privileges to restrict the user access. So that's why server computer should be a main key factor in client server architecture. So if we see that the diagram comparison between peer-to-peer network, so what happen in case of peer-to-peer network architecture, we can interact with each other network computer without any disturbance. But in case of server computer, every computer can interact with server computer with limited number of permissions. If server permits you to access more applications, then and only then we can access these softwares or application part related that software. And as we discussed earlier in the same session, that is example of banking system. So different departments are there. Every departments have the privilege to access the content of own department. But what happen actually in different departments? So these data restricted by your branch manager through server. So this is all are regarding about client server architecture. What we have discussed in this today's session, guys, what do you mean by network computer, then what are the different types of networking concepts, that is LAN, WAN, MAN, and we have also discussed the different architectures, that is peer-to-peer network architecture and client server architecture. So guys, if you have any difficulty regarding our today's session, any doubt is there, so please write down in comment section box, so that's why I can try to clear your doubts and query. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Thank you.